Burnout is real. The hustle culture is real. Of work, because you're working so much because you're running from your trauma. You keep running so fast, you should be tired by now. It's time to stop running. It's time to turn around. Because if you want to navigate success, it starts from the inside to work on the outside. Welcome to Your Success Stories. I am your girl, Nika Johnson, a credit coach and budgeting expert, and I help people take control of their money, baby. Today we're going to be talking about the traumas while navigating success. Oftentimes we always talk about how trauma typically happens in your adolescent years. When you're young, when you was a kid, we talk about the trauma that forms us as an adult to today, right? But we never talk about those trauma that comes with breaking generation curses of often feeling alone, the scarcity mindset, the doubt, the insecurities of feeling misunderstood oftentimes, and being in a unique space because you're the only one that have done it. You can't pick up the phone and make a phone call and ask for guidance or advice. You're literally figuring it out yourself. When you start to outgrow things that you thought was once normal and realizing that it wasn't. I'm gonna give you an example. Driving with your seatbelt on. To me, where I'm at now is common sense. It's a second thing that I'm gonna do. And I'm not just gonna put it in behind me so it doesn't go off, but I'm gonna actually put my seatbelt on. So making sure that you're driving with a kid that is fully secured in a car seat. See, when I say it out loud, it seems so crazy, the fact that some people wouldn't even have their child fully secured. But might I add, some people in constantly survival mode think of right now and think that there's no problem because we're going right around a corner, because we're going down the street, or oh, I don't have a car seat. That is unsafe. Similar to people that litter. Typically, people that litter have no care in the world, in my opinion. No offense if you a litterer. But I'm more conducive of society of when you're driving down in the hood, I hate how it's trash and litter everywhere. But you could go out west or go to a different community and see how clean and upkept is. We all have a piece of this, of a due diligence, of a responsibility to make society a better world. To where we live, work, and worship. Where we're consumed at. So we never really talk about how when you go to your family house and we're going to eat for the holidays, and typically the first thing, or what is it, something that you do all the time, second nature, right? Take a to-go plate. You're going to take a to-go plate after everybody ate, went through the assembly line, and there's extras. You got some people that come to your home and take a to-go plate before they even make their plate. What I learned is that I'm feeding you for today and not tomorrow. Meaning, I'm not in the space or position of when I am hosting to buy a whole bunch of extra-ish. I'm not buying a whole bunch of food to just have leftovers or to waste. Where I'm at now, I'd rather us run out of food than have too much of it. Because when people come over and I'm hosting, I'm not trying to get you full, and this is not a full buffet on certain events. Light appetizers, light snacks. See, when you are the one that's breaking generation curses, you be the one that, oh, you always got a host because your house is bigger. Nobody talks about when it comes to hosting the preparation of cleaning before, cleaning during, and cleaning after. Hiring a service or having a cleaner to come beforehand, top to bottom. Nobody talks about the preparation of the decorations, or if you got family in town, to make for sure that you have everything set up, or bearing majority of the cost sometimes. We don't talk about the traumas of navigating success. Oh baby, I'm just getting started. And while you at it, I just need something from you. Make sure you like, your comment, subscribe, share, and turn on your post notifications. Some things that honestly I went through navigating success is the fear of failure. Success doesn't erase the fear of failure. Honestly, it just amplify it. It's the pressure of how to maintain it. You're in the space of something that you once dreamed of became your reality. But how do you keep going and not becoming stagnant? How do you keep going and not being comfortable? How do you continuously dream bigger and you so used to reaching all your dreams and your goals and desires and aspirations is that the slight failure of what about if you don't? What's next? But what I learned is that honestly, there's no true thing of failure, because failure is part of success. Before you learn how to walk, you have to crawl, right? So when you see a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, it's blossom, it blooms. And that's what life is. When you are blooming and blossoming into the next great thing, to reaching your fullest potential of reaching that success on whatever you desire, you're going to fall. You're going to bump your head along the wall. You're going to make some mistakes, but it's the mistakes that you learn from, because you can't learn every single thing. A coach or a mentor can only guide you so much. You can read all you want, listen to how many audiobooks that you want. In between, there is some things that you will have to experience through life yourself. What I learned is that I was so busy running and chasing from the fear of failure, and now I run to it. I'm not afraid to fail, because if anything, I took the risk. I betted on myself and at least tried. My conscience is at ease knowing that I at least tried instead of never not trying, and that's the difference. Another thing is navigating success. We don't talk about imposter syndrome, and I never really realized that I was having imposter syndrome at some time, but I was dimming my light and feeling inadequate to be in certain spaces of, why is this young black girl in these rooms of full other people? Why me? And I had to retrain my thoughts of, why not me? I am just as good and qualified as everybody else is in here. There's a reason why I am in this space, and when I am in any space, to take it up. Take up space and quit feeling that you don't want to step on nobody else's toes, so you're going to dim your light. That job is yours. That house is yours. That car is yours. The promotion is yours. The speaking engagement is yours. The social media following is all yours. There's nobody that's holding you back besides you. There's no such thing as an oversaturated market. The difference is the market is waiting on you. You are your unique value proposition, so sometimes you're waiting for a perfect moment, perfect timing. Ain't nothing ever gonna be perfect. So we gotta get out of our head and get out of our way. But when you are navigating success, it's hard to pick up the phone and call people and really be able to express the things that you are feeling, simply because you are in unfamiliar territory that nobody else can understand, let alone relate to. It's kind of like telling a dream or goal to someone that is small-minded, and you get offended, you get mad and hurt because they don't understand you, but it's not their job or responsibility to understand you. What he gave you, the vision is for you and not no man or anybody else. That's like someone that can't see without their glasses, telling them to take off their glasses to see. Does that make sense? And that just really came to mind. That's like telling someone blind to open up your eye. That's what it's like when we're telling our goals and dreams to people that cannot understand, and then we are getting mad. It's not for everybody to understand. See, I remember when Jay-Z, they call him a sellout a couple years ago. And later down the road, a couple years ago, now he is responsible for the performances at halftime for the Super Bowl. Now he was able to be put in a position to look out for his culture, his community, those that look like him. But see, he was on level 10 when everybody else was probably on level 4. Quit getting mad when nobody else sees your vision. It's not for them. But the imposter syndrome is real. Another thing we don't talk about navigating success is isolation. Yeah, part of me keeping my phone on do not disturb is creating healthy boundaries, standing on business, making sure people are not being so entitled on my time, but also it's the isolation of success. You overthink, you overanalyze. But you also start to isolate yourself is because you're second guessing everything of, why did you make it and nobody else in your family made it? Why you cannot do more even though you want to do more? You start to isolate yourself because you're feeling misunderstood, that no matter what, every time you turn around, you keep bumping your head in certain situations and friends and family and workplace. And you're looking at yourself, maybe it's me, am I the problem? But sometimes it comes to time and a places because you was healed or you outgrow and have an increased level of emotional intelligence. Now you're more self-aware. And it comes a time of when we start to pacifying people behaviors and actions and saying that it's no longer acceptable, no matter if they're friends or family. We think that we're isolating for the good, and it could be only you know. But you start to isolate when you move away, when you may relocate out of state, when you distance yourself and don't maybe go to all the functions that you once used to. You start to alienate yourself and isolate because you have so many goals But then when you reach a level of success, then you feel bad of maybe that could have done more, should have done more, maybe spent more quality time with your family. It comes a time and a place that sometimes we got to make the hard choices, saying that I got goals, I got sacrifices. But how many times we're going to always make the sacrifices? So it's just like, it's a teeter-totter of never finding the silver lining of things, of chasing the balance that may not ever be there. I learned that instead of isolating myself, of feeling misunderstood, put myself in spaces to where I am going to feel understood, to where I'm supported, to where I'm validated, to where I am uplifted. And I'm telling you, if you are feeling the same way, of feeling like your family doesn't understand because you want to buy a house, you want to make more money, you don't want to be on Section 8 or housing, you want to travel, and everybody has something to say and always pocket watching, and that ain't in that budget. But start surrounding yourself with people that is going to pour into your cup, so you're not always pouring into others. Make for sure when you are engaging into relationship with people that it's the same equal value, because if it's not, then you need to send that invoice. It needs to be the same in return. It is so important to stay grounded in your mission, your vision, your morals, your integrity, the foundation of who you are. Similar to like building a house. What is the most strongest part of a house? Is the foundation, because if not, it would crumble. So what is the foundation in you? What is your non-negotiables? I remember going through in therapy and on this journey of healing, my therapist asked, what are your non-negotiables? And also, would you be happy if your life was the same 5 years from now? Ask yourself that. If not, only you can change it. So if you're not reaching the level of success that you want, change it. If you're not accomplishing what you want, then change it. Do something about it. Don't make no excuses for where you're not at and you didn't put in that work. Another thing we don't talk about is navigating success is the lost identity. Because everything that you once learned or knew that you thought was normal, and you realize that ain't so normal, is a lot of trauma, a lot of toxic, okay? I don't know how to put it. Like, it's a... when you done been 20, 30, 40, 50 years old and this was always your way, and now it's like you're shedding, you're taking away, and you're unpeeling, and you're preparing into something new, something better, something whole, something healed. There's beauty in that. There's beauty in that. Don't lose your identity. Make sure you like, you comment, and subscribe. But don't lose your identity of trying to be there for everybody else or listen to all the opinions of others. Because at the end of the day, you only got one life, and live your one life. People tell you that you shouldn't invest. People should tell you how you should spend your money, what you should do with your taxes, what you should do with your kids, what you should do when you get married or divorced. Everybody has an opinion how to parent. It never ends. But I'm telling you this, if the life that you are willing to fight so hard and work towards is on the other side of a choice that you have to make today, make for sure that you're not gonna live with regrets. And you may be like, well, Nika, how does this impact money? It does, because you become stagnant, complacent, you become comfortable, not reaching your financial goals, not reaching your mental goals, your physical goals. When we're not dealing with the things that's in front of us, your mind not right, your money won't be right. Your mindset, you have to have a strong mindset, being that generation curse breaker. It's so cute to put it as a hashtag and put it on some content creation or put it in a bio in a speaking engagement, but what does that mean? 365 days, overnights, the long nights and early mornings. What does it mean to be the generation curse breaker of, if it's not having kids at a young age, to raise them into a two-parent household, if it's to what? It's breaking the things in your generation, in your family that have held you back. And what are you doing to move the needle further, to progress it? That's not light. It's hard work. It's definitely a lot of hard work. A lot of tears that I've done cried. And believe me, I'm no different from you. I just don't give up. I do it with grace. I do it with a smile. And I'm saying all this is because as we are breaking generation curses and navigating success, you're mental. Go see a therapist. You cannot reach where you want to go until you actually heal. You have to heal the broken parts in you. You have to address not only the childhood traumas, but the traumas now. Who are you and who do you want to be? Your mental health. If that ain't right within, none of this matters. Of having accolades and all these things, materialistic or things that you do in the community, things you do or do, none of it matters if you don't have your mindset together. Because that burnout is real. The hustle culture is real. Of work, because you're working so much because you're running from your trauma. Because you're running from the pain. You keep running so fast, you should be tired by now. It's time to stop running. It's time to turn around and walk into yourself and seeing what you've been running from all your life. Because if you want to navigate success, it starts from the inside to work on the outside. Don't be a public success and a private failure. And before I get out of here, I just got one question for you. Is that in your budget?